This is good. This is good.
Can I please get quiet in the chamber? And Senator Moy, whenever you're ready, you may begin.
My name is I thank the chair. My name is Senator Moy, spelled Moye. At the leisure of all those above me, if I have a sign of life for my PO and my judges, I'll be ready to go. We have heard many speakers from the AF and NEG side, but it is very simple. You passed this bill because we do not pay prisoners enough to survive, period. Senator Manu wants to close private prisons when public prisons are already crowded and working at 133% over design capacity. Senator McCarthy says that, oh, this will incite violence, but one of the main reasons for violence in prisons is overcrowding. Senator Gorman says that there is no economic incentive, but that is not true. In Section 3A of this bill, we state that if private prisons do not pay their prisoners, we will pay them half as much. The next senators say that private prisons are money hungry. Them being money hungry is one of the reasons why we made this section. We already heard that on average prisoners are paid 13 cents and 52 cents per hour nationwide in 7 states. We force prisoners to work grueling hours for pennies on the dollar while the wages in these prisons are tiny, and these bills for inmates never change. The next side wants to close private prisons in general, but they do not offer any solutions. According to Prison Policy Initiative, among almost 400,000 people in the state and federal prison with chronic mental health conditions, 33% have not received any clinical mental health treatment since entering prisons because they can't simply afford it. Prison's supposed to help, but instead this country treats those inside it like they aren't humans, working them day and night just to make it to tomorrow. When the same prison policy states that the prison systems with the most expensive medical copays limit access to necessary health care to those with chronic conditions. But the more prisons with no copays or copays equivalent to less than 1 week of a prisoner's wage. For many, it doesn't matter how much they work because our prison system believes their lives aren't worth the hassle. But yes, they are. By passing, you make sure that for those wanting to work in prisons, when they come home, they don't have to worry about paying bills and to make sure their heartbeat never runs dry. Second, you pass because not only does this bill keep them alive in prison, it also does so outside of prison by bolstering family support. For many people in dark jail cells, their family is what keeps them alive. According to Vera Institute, family is the biggest factor to inmate well-being. It often what decides if an inmate will survive till their release date. And yet, once again, despite a small wage, inmates pay a hefty cost for every connection to their loved ones. According to PPI in 2023, inmates pay a combined $27.7 billion a year in fines, fees, and commissionary payments just to contact their families. This country might think that those in prisons aren't human and that we should turn a blind eye, but the families of inmates don't, and neither should we. According to Ella Barker Center for Human Rights, 1 in 3 families reported going into debt to pay for phone calls or visitation. Families are the one phone call for inmates. Families are the one phone call that reminds inmates that despite leaky jail cells, despite mistreatment from the prison and abuse from officers, despite centuries of bias and oppression, they are human and we should pass.
Thank you, Senator, for that speech of 3 minutes and 9 seconds. Any and all questioners, please rise. Between T. Rodriguez and McCarthy, that goes to Senator T. Rodriguez.
Hi, Senator. So if we tell prisons that they have to pay prisoners more or they lose the profits that they love so much, does that not give them more reason to worsen the quality of their facilities?
I don't think that gives them more reason because they know that we're not paying them if they don't do what we ask them to do. So I think they're gonna. Oh, can you repeat your question? I'm sorry.
Yeah, I'm saying that if we tell prisons that they have to pay their prisoners more or else they're going to lose profit, does that not give them more reason to cut the programs that the neg side has already proven that they'll cut?
No, I think that gives them more reason to keep those programs because we're paying them to have prisoners have jobs.
We're not paying them to rehabilitate them. Like they're just getting
the jobs will rehabilitate the prisoners.
But what does that mean? They're still going to want to make up the profit in other areas, and those they have to pay for those programs, do they not?
We said that if they cut those programs or they don't pay the prisoners.
Thank you, Senator McCarthy. I extended that question back a little bit.
Hey, so I proved to you in my speech that private prisons are going to have to increase their payment by over 6 times. Where are they getting that money from?
One, they're going to get that money from donors who donate to the private prisons, and two, we are going to reimburse them. 25%. It says that in the bill.
All right, we're going to reimburse them 25%. How do you expect that to make up for by a 600% increase in funding or in payment?
I expect. Wait, can you repeat your question?
Yeah,
I can't.
so
I
we're
can't
reimbursing
understand.
them 25%. They're gonna have to increase their payment overall by 600%. How are they supposed to get that money?
One, they're gonna get that money from, like I said, outside donors because they are private prisons. And two, they already give money from the government.
What outside
Thank you.
donors?
Senator question may be seen. And Senator question may be please. That mic. And where's the other mic? You have the other mic?